Hello and welcome back to Jade Empire. When we last left off, now I just want to cancel that and get out of paused mode. Let's see. Well, when we last left off, we met some of the new students. Oh, let's talk to Smiling Mountain.
I thought Master Lee would have your attention for the rest of the day. It is good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I know you haven't had much time for simple sparring. It is too bad. Your fellow students benefit from your experience. A strong opponent is the best trainer.
Oh. Well, can I ask you some things about the school?
I am charged with giving whatever instruction I can, but my insights deal more with the philosophy of combat than the skills themselves.
Ah, you're my kind of person. Tell me about the philosophies you mentioned.
Master Lee is very strict about what is taught here, because martial skill is a pathway to great power, and that holds certain risks.
Oh?
It is not just good over evil. Few things in life are that simple. The common way to say it is, do you follow the way of the open palm or the closed fist?
So this is the sort of karma system this game has. Open palm is typically more empathic, altruistic. Closed fist, you're doing more stuff for yourself. But as you said, it's not technically good or evil. But tell me about the open palm.
A term for the high path, or perhaps the way of restraint and harmony. Many aspire to it, but few achieve it. It is a path of resisting tyranny.
Ah.
Of course, the source of that tyranny varies. It is just as dangerous coming from without as within.
Give me examples.
Tyranny from external sources is easy to find in fight. Defending those who cannot defend themselves is a reasonable example. But when your abilities are so much greater than those around you, there is the temptation to set everything right by might alone. That is tyranny from within.
Ah. Well, sometimes conflict cannot be avoided.
True, but that can become a convenient excuse. Eventually you may decide that even direct violence is too inefficient for someone of your strength. It is a small leap from there to enforcing your will so that the crime never takes place. Suddenly you are the oppressor, when all you wanted to do was make things right. This way of the open palm is not without its hidden dangers, despite the best of intentions.
And about the way of the closed fist?
It is the low path, the way of aggression and discord. A misunderstood path often misused by those who wish to justify a thuggish nature. It is not as simple as crushing your enemies or as mindless as terrorizing the weak. It is a mindset born of impatience, of imposing your will.
So what is it if not evil? Also, you should probably quiet those windy strikes.
An evil man might ignore a plea for help because he does not care, but that shows a disconnection with the world. That is not part of the way. A man on the low path might also ignore that plea, but he would do so because that person should demonstrate they are fit to survive on their own.
Interesting. What's the difference? The person dies each time.
The difference is in the details. That same man might help if the odds are unreasonable. He might also do it to incur favor. There is thought in his actions. He is not a mindless killer, but he may let strength decide what course is best. That is why it is a dangerous path. It can so easily be misinterpreted.
Any practical effects?
You are the sum of your actions. The harmony or discord that you sow will weigh on your shoulders as surely as any physical yoke. But there can be advantages. Certain forms of attack inherently lean toward one extreme or the other. They have a rhythm that resonates within you.
I see.
You may find that some attacks perform better if you are more intent on causing discord. How you use this is for you to discover and decide. I am charged
my previous
with giving
questions.
whatever instruction I can, but my insights deal more with...
Yep. What kind of items and training do you sell?
Ah, yes, training. For some time now, I have offered, for a small fee, to run students through a short regimen that will help them enhance their abilities.
Mm-hmm.
The lessons you learn from me, or from any trainer for that matter, will stay with you and help make you stronger or better able to focus your mind or magic.
You're not teaching new styles, then?
No, I try to improve base abilities, but through the basics that Master Lee has instilled. When you have the opportunity, I'm sure you will pick up new styles quickly.
Probably. Why is there a fee?
Training has worth, and Master Lee allows me to collect a small fee to reinforce this. Travel outside 2 rivers and you will find my prices are quite reasonable.
I bet. Show me what you
Let's
have.
see what you can learn.
So, Belly of Iron increases my health by 3, chi by -1, series of exercises developed by Smiling Mountain. Those can learn and use his Belly of Iron techniques, learn to take blows better than giving them more stamina in combat. Strain of these exercises in battle can slightly reduce a warrior's ability to channel their ki. And of course I've got no money, so this is all, academic. Key 3, Focus 1, Heart of Gold is a set of meditative techniques developed by Smiling Mountain to help his students learn to master their ki by remembering specific mantras in battle. It is possible to channel slightly more ki than normal. This extra concentration can slightly distract a warrior from maintaining focus in battle. Mind of Steel. Focus 3, Health -1. Mental exercise tests the memory and quickness of thought. Smiling Mountain's Mind of Steel techniques can help warriors better focus in battle. The time honing the mind can have the side effect of slightly weakening one body, however. Of course, if I could somehow manage to buy all 3, that would increase everything by 2.
Always good to see you wandering the school. You're the best among us, after all. So it makes everyone train a little harder when you're around.
Apparently.
The tricky part is making sure we're emulating you, not hoping to take you down a peg. You should think carefully before bruising the tender egos around here.
Probably.
Oh, did I tell you to see Master Lee when you have a chance?
Yes.
I'm not taking the blame if you forget.
No. Scroll stand. Harmonic combinations. To fight without thought is suicide. The path to victory is laid one step at a time, each ahead of your opponents. Sagacious Tien. Harmonic combinations demand the use of 2 styles in rapid succession. The first must be the class of support, the second from a class known as martial. Timing is the key. Begin with a focusing disabled effect and follow quickly with a powerful barehanded blow. 2 actions working in concert will create a harmonic channel in your ki and wreak havoc upon your foe. You must be swift, as the window to create the harmony is limited. Blech. Disable your foe, close swiftly, and change style, but strike with all available force. Let nothing stand in your way. But beware, opponents of great strength may possess the training to resist this technique. Thought will guide you to victory. Harmonic combinations will ensure the journey is swift. And we got 10 experience points from that. Spacious portents. Understanding the stars and the universe is a very important goal. By examining the universe, we can interpret and predict things to come. The sky is where the great dragon is said to dwell, and in his illustrious home we can see signs of his effects in creation. Of the observable phenomena, 3 major ones are most auspicious. Comets, the flames of the heavens passing across the sky, eclipses, during which the power of the gods block the sun for brief periods, and falling stars, marching the descent of one of the celestial bureaucracy to Earth. And we get experience. We get experience points based off of our level. And the higher level we are, the more experience points we get from those book stands and the like. But, yeah, as you probably would figure from a early place like this, yeah, we don't have very long in the school.
It is an honor to be approached by the school's most senior student. My mother had high hopes for the school when she sent me here from the capital.
Oh.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm ready to train with others of such skill. Even in the robes of a junior student, I feel a long way from my home in the Imperial City.
Mm-hmm. If you believe you are inferior, you must make it true. If you are too weak to be at school, leave before you waste our master's time. Why do you doubt yourself? If you are here, you belong here.
You're right. Master Lee would not have accepted me if he did not see potential. He measures all people carefully. I will just have to work twice as hard to catch up to your level of skill. Even then, it will take a long time to be your match. How long have you studied with Master Lee?
I've studied with him as long as I can remember. The only one who's been here almost as long as Dawnstar. Long enough, it's time for me to finish my training. Mind your business, Win. I am not here to discuss my life with you. I've studied with him as long as I can remember.
You and Dawnstar have both had a lifetime of training under Master Lee. He is stern with you, but you sure can see that he's proud as well. I'm sorry. I shouldn't pester you with my questions. Is there something you need?
How well do you know the other school?
I don't know anyone else who displays the skill you do. Well, perhaps Gao, but he lacks discipline. That is why he still wears the robes of a junior student, despite his ability. Dawnstar would be next, with few able to match her delicate moves. Beyond that, the only other person I know well is Smiling Mountain, the sparring master.
Any impressions on Gao?
I have seen his kind in the city. He thinks his family's wealth is a substitute for nobility and is angered when others still see him for what he is, a crass and spoiled bully.
Oh. And what do you think of Dawnstar?
I know she is sensitive to things the rest of us can't see. Sometimes I feel sorry for her. It obviously makes her feel different, and that's not right.
Why do you say that?
I think she was given a gift. Unlike responsibility, it may not always be pleasant, but it's something she should be proud of. It shouldn't isolate her.
I see. Has Smiling Mountain helped you train?
Well, he doesn't come close to Master Lee's skill, but Smiling Mountain is good for the younger students. He pairs novices with more advanced students so we can learn.
Anything about me?
I've heard about and seen your skill, but I haven't been here long enough to know much more. Most of the students seem to appreciate your abilities.
Who doesn't?
I hate to put words in other people's mouths, but it's obvious that Gao does not favor you. Master Lee has been a mediator of sorts, but Gao responds poorly to authority.
I've noticed. My other
I'll
questions.
answer what I can.
What do you people from the capital think of the Empire?
It's funny, but I still want to look over my shoulder. I have to remember that we are a long way from the ears of the Lotus Assassins.
Oh. Why would you be worried about the Lotus Assassins?
They're the Emperor's personal guardians. In the Imperial City, they watch everyone and everything, looking for those who would question the course of the Empire.
Interesting. Why are people questioning the direction of the Empire is taking?
The Lotus Assassins visit people who ask a lot of questions. The Emperor hasn't been seen much recently. His advisors run things. They're not gentle.
Heard about these ghosts?
There's already enough darkness without making up stories about shadows, in my opinion. Try Lynn. She seems very interested in the ghosts.
Yeah, I did. We can tell me about the history of the Empire.
I honestly didn't pay much attention during history lessons at my previous school. You could always ask in the town. Old Ming loves talking about the past.
Alright. Back to my other questions.
What I can.
Master Lee, probably, hey, he's great. Yeah, about yourself.
I'm honored that you should ask. What do you want to know?
What brought you here?
The school I attended in the Imperial City was becoming mired in politics, so my mother sent me out to the country instead. Politics is dangerous, she always said.
What sort of dangers would the Imperial City have?
Oh, I don't know. It just seems like the city is changing. Strange people, strange machines. These are interesting times. I think she just wanted to know that I'd be safe.
What will you do when you're done training here?
Well, that won't be for a long time, but I'll probably return to the Imperial City. Perhaps I'll join the Imperial Guard. It's hard to think that far ahead.
Yeah, living for the now. Let's see, my other questions. And take care.
Goodbye. Take care of yourself.
Will do. Old Tongue, Volume 1. Thofan, or the Old Tongue, was the native language of one of the many kingdoms struggling for supremacy before the empire was unified by Salacious Tin, our first emperor. As the wars raged, his constant shifts and territorial leadership spread the use of the Old Tongue. By the time Salacious Tin formed the empire, the Old Tongue was so widely spread that it became the second official language of the Jade Empire. Yeah, so most of us are speaking in the Old Tongue.
Typical.
Oh. Wow. You sound like a Mal sort of person.
Oh, you're finally here to talk to Master Lee, are you? I certainly hope so. The old man is in there meditating, and he won't train me until he talks to you.
If I'd known I was holding up your training, I would have come here sooner.
Really? You would have dropped everything to make way for me. I don't think so. You're far too important to waste time worrying about my education. Master Lee certainly considers your training important enough to shove all others aside, so why shouldn't I bow down to your greatness?
Think carefully about how much you value your arms before you speak that way again. What did I earn to this belligerence?
You don't want my answer to that question. Go talk to one of your sandal-licking friends and let them tell you I'm jealous. Try Lynn. She'll say anything to please you just to see your simpering little smile. Pathetic. Master Lee wants to talk to you. Do me a favor and go talk to him. Then maybe I can actually receive some education at this school. I have nothing to say to a dog bounding after its master. Go bother someone else.
Allow me to introduce you to a new philosophy. Those with large mouths that can't back it up will soon find themselves without arms to back it up. See, martial styles. Martial styles don't always access the energies of mind and body harmoniously, sometimes imbalanced in the source of their power, as with Iron Palm and Viper. Each requires possessions of 3 meditation scrolls that prepare the student for forces that will be encountered. If these disciples are attempted without complete understanding, the student risks accessing more power than the body can withstand. Knowledge of Iron Palm and Viper is not often shared, as most martial practitioners consider them to be in opposition to classical teaching. If a student happens upon one of the scrolls detailing the styles, he or she cannot and should not attempt to train the style until gaining the possession of all 3. The most difficult and humbling step of any journey is the acceptance of one's own limitations and confronting whether the journey is possible at all. Interesting. Long Drought. Long Drought stands as the world's one of the worst periods in the Jade Empire's recent history. 10 years of scorching heat and little rainfall took their toll on even the most prestigious reserves of the Empire's granaries. The sages predicted at least 3 more devastating dry years, while those in the Ministry of Harmony watched the death toll mounted into the hundreds of thousands. Then Emperor Sun Hai declared that the drought was over, and somehow it was, though through the Empire's divine will, green returned to our parched land, and stability was restored. Maybe. School gate. And if we go through here, I believe we will head to a cutscene, so that'll be for next time. And when we come back, more Jade Empire. Have a good one, folks.